Britain's pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca said yesterday that its vaccine for the novel coronavirus could be 90% effective without any serious side effects, giving the world another important tool to halt the COVID-19 pandemic. The vaccine developed by Oxford University was 90% effective in preventing COVID-19 when it was administered as a half dose followed by a full dose at least 1 month apart, according to data from the late-stage trials in Britain and Brazil. No serious safety events related to the vaccine have been confirmed, and it was well tolerated across both dosing regimens, it said. This vaccine's efficacy and safety confirm that it will be highly effective against COVID-19 and will have an immediate impact on this public health emergency, Pascal Soriot, Astra's chief executive, said in a statement. AstraZeneca will have 200 million doses by the end of 2020, with 700 million doses ready globally by the end of the first quarter of 2021, Operations Executive Pam Chang said yesterday. Considering the prevailing COVID-19 situation in Nagaland and in the interest of schools and students' community, the Department of School Education has issued the directives for strict compliance by all schools, both government and private. In a notification, Principal Secretary Manukol John stated that the end-term assessment for classes 1 to 7 would be conducted by the respective schools from December 2 to 22, 2020 as per the scheme of examination notified by the competent authority. It stated that end-term assessment for classes 1 to 7 would be conducted through online or offline mode through distribution of question papers and collection of answer scripts in batches, strictly observing the new SOP. For students who do not have access to smartphone or digital devices to appear the examinations online, schools would make necessary arrangements to assess the students either by sending photocopy of the question papers or assignments to them and then collecting back the answer scripts or any other option which the school considers appropriate, strictly observing the SOPs. No student from class 1 to 7 would be compelled to go to the school for appearing the end-term assessment. Northeast Democratic Alliance convener and Assam Finance Minister Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma promised the people of the Sarania Kachari community of facilitating the Scheduled Tribe Certificate, which has been denied by authorities in the Bodo Belt, if the BJP is voted to power in the upcoming BTC elections. Addressing an election campaign at Khoirabari in Udalguri district yesterday, he exhorted the people of the Bodo Belt to vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the forthcoming BTC council polls and pave the way for inclusive growth and development, where every community will have equal land rights and the people will enjoy the fruits of good governance. He made an appeal to the people of the constituency to vote for Khoirabari BTC constituency BJP candidate Bhaben Boro and secure the right to live with dignity and avail the benefits of government welfare schemes in a transparent and time-bound manner. The people of the region have suffered for the past 15 years, and the footfall in BJP campaign meetings bears testimony to the fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party will form the government in the council, he said. He further asserted that rights of the people have been snapped and the land rights of the people have been curtailed. He promised that once BJP came to power, the party would facilitate the land rights of every citizen. Meghalaya's powerful Khasi Students' Union, KSU, has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking the implementation of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 or the Inner Line Permit in the entire state of Meghalaya to combat and regulate entry of outsiders into the state where the indigenous inhabitants are microscopic in population. The union has also appealed to the Prime Minister to reconsider the decision in implementing Citizenship Amendment Act for the overall welfare and survival of the indigenous populace of the state. Besides, it was a contentious issue in Meghalaya as well as the entire northeast region of India. The Khasi Students' Union also sought resolution of the boundary dispute between Meghalaya and Assam and the inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule to the constitution. 2 policemen were injured when a group of people allegedly hurled stones at the security personnel who were carrying out a drive against drugs and illicit trafficking in Imphal East. According to report, residents of Khergaon Sabal Leikai under Porompat police station of Imphal East district attacked the police with stones during an operation against drugs and illicit trafficking. During the raid, 3 alleged drug peddlers, including a woman, were picked up and illegal drugs were recovered from their possession. They have been identified as Mohammed, son of Muhammad Abdul Rashid, Muhammad Said Ningthao, son of Muhammad Zakiruddin of Khergaon Mamang Sabal Laikai, and Taslima, daughter of Muhammad Aitam. The raid was carried out by joint team of police comprising personnel of State Police Commando, Imphal East Narcotics Cells, and women personnel. The police, however, controlled the locals before the situation went out of control. Talking to reporters, Imphal East Additional SP Ronnie Mayangbam, who personally supervised the operation, said that the operation was a part of ongoing drive as a part of war on drugs. The Sustainable Development Goals Coordination Center Planning and Coordination Department has come up with an initiative called Nagaland for Green Christmas campaign, focused on mobilizing all the residents of Nagaland to celebrate a sustainable and environment-friendly Christmas. Nagaland for Green Christmas was the need of the hour for the state, primarily because while it was the most wonderful time of the year, the festive season is traditionally the period of peak consumption across the state. The SDG-CC Planning and Coordination Department opened up the Nagaland for Green Christmas contest, which will be taking applications from November 23 to December 26. Residents of Nagaland can apply sharing 1 to 5 photographs and 1 video of not more than 1 minute to showcase the best practices of how they were celebrating a green Christmas this year. The same may also be shared on social media platforms with hashtag Nagaland for Green Christmas. The applications are being taken in 2 categories, first 16 years and above and second 15 years and below. To participate in the contest, log on to this web address. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for news that matters and stories that inspire.